What's up, guys? Joe Winston here. Happy holiday. This is Hobo's Lullaby. I'll do the singing. Sorry, not Hobo's Lullaby. This is Blowing in the Wind. I'll do the singing first and the video tutorial afterwards. How many roads must a man walk down before he is called a man? Yes, and how many seas must a rider sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must a cannonball fly before they're forever land? The answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Awesome. So that was the first verse of the song. I didn't want to do all the verses, I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how it sounds, okay? So how do we play it? Well, there are 4 chords in the song. The first chord is a D chord, yeah? So the D chord, let's get our fingers in the D position. And the rhythm pattern for this specific chord is going to be pick the root of the chord, which is on the 4th string. And then we're going to do down, up. So it's going to be pick, down, up, pick, down, up. Awesome. I'll do that again. Pick, down, up. Sweet. So the strings that we're going to be strumming are the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings only. Okay. Let's go to the G chord, which is the next chord. The G chord is going to be, the root is going to be picked on the 6th string, and then we're going to do the same thing. Down, up. So it'll sound like this. Pick, down, up. I'll do it one more time. Pick, down, up. Perfect. On the down strum, you're going to strum all the strings. On the up strum, we'll strum maybe the first 2 or 3 strings. You don't want to strum all the strings on the up strum, okay? The A7 chord is the next chord that we have. So we'll pick again the root of the chord, which is on the A string, and then we'll do down, up. So it'll go like this. I'll do it one more time. Sweet. Again, same thing, A7, all the strings 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the down strum. On the up strum, you'll do maybe the first 3 or 4 strings, but not all of them. The next chord that we have is the B minor chord. This is the only new chord. I've went ahead and attached the chord to the email that I sent out, so feel free to take a look at that. The B minor chord is going to be, your ring finger is going to be on the 3rd string, 4th fret. Your middle finger is going to be on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And then your index finger is going to be on the 1st string, 2nd fret. So it'll sound like this. You will only strum those 3 strings, okay? Now, this strumming pattern is going to be the only one that's different. For the B minor, we're only going to do 1 down strum. So I want to let you guys hear how that sounds in context, okay? So let's look at the second to the last line on the first verse. And I'll play that, and at the very end there's a B minor, so you guys will hear how it sounds. It goes, the answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. So there's going to be 1 down strum. I'll do it one more time. The answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. Perfect. So that is the B minor chord. The last thing I want to talk about is the rhythm pattern and how many rhythm patterns go with each chord. The answer to that question is 1 rhythm pattern. I'll say it again. For each chord that you see, you do 1 rhythm pattern. So when you see a D chord, you go, that's 1. If I were to do 2, it would sound like this. Got it. Awesome. So we're going to do that for each of the chords that we see. But there is one caveat. On your music, you'll see that there are dash marks. Whenever you see a dash mark, that means the chord that comes before it gets an additional iteration. For example, let's look at the first line of the first verse. At the end of the line, we see a D with a dash mark, which means that that D chord gets how many iterations? 2, exactly. So it'll get 2 iterations. So it'll sound like this again. Awesome. If we look at the second line of the first verse, we see at the very end there's an A7 and a dash. So the A7 gets how many iterations? Exactly, 2. Perfect. One last test of your knowledge. On the first line, on the second D that you see there, so the first line there's a D, G, D, and then there's a dash and a D. So the D dash D gets how many iterations? 3. Perfect. That's it. So that D would sound like this. Awesome. Lastly, what I want to do is just play the tune all the way through to give you guys an idea of how it sounds all together. And I won't sing for this one, so just take a listen to hear how it sounds. Awesome. So that's the entire song. As I mentioned, I put the B minor chord in the email that I sent out, so feel free to look at that as well. I hope this helps you guys. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm happy to help you guys. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week and a fantastic holiday. Okay? See y'all.